hello. Before we start this video, were you aware that this gorgeous, stunning, talented, hilarious, kind-hearted angel of a man is actually a gorilla? Sure. Or at least that's in the words of this very troubled user right here. Wait, hold up. You're Gunwook's girlfriend? I don't remember seeing the dispatch announcement for that one, so I guess I'll just assume that somebody forgot to take their Delulu pills this morning. Anyways, I first discovered this shit show of a Zerose when I was harmlessly scrolling through the comments of Sebastian's Sweat and V reaction video, and came across this seemingly innocent comment.
This song is Matthew's, Juven's, and Gunwook's. Even though Gunwook didn't have many lines, he shined a lot in this MV.
Just a cute little comment supporting her biases, right? Yeah, I thought so too. But then I went into the replies and found a whole ass lore about this user. So first a Zerose responded with their opinion to add Ricky to OP's list, to which Op responded with, no way, weird, right? But at this point I was still thinking that they could just be coming across as rude when they possibly just didn't enjoy his lines in this song as much as others. We're all allowed an opinion after all. But then this reply caught my eye. Obviously, I'm aware that with fame comes haters, but this really seemed to pique my interest. Because if this person was going around posting supportive comments on ZB1 content, but actually being a hater of Ricky, then how the hell can they call themselves a Zerose with good conscience? ZB1 is a 9-member group, and if any one member were missing from that, they would not be the same group. Ricky brings a lot of attention to ZB1 through his unique visuals and iconic moments, and it's clear that the other members love him, so hating on him or any other member is frankly disgusting in my eyes. So let's see if these Ricky hater allegations were true.
The other 8 members always stand out more than him, no matter the concept. In his solo dance break at an award show, the backup dancers outperformed him. Leave your delusions to your imagination. I'll leave you all to form your own opinions on his dance break, but in my opinion, the only reason that it could be argued that the backup dancers outperformed him was because it was a real small stage with a lot of people on it besides him. It forces your eyes to look at the other dancers, instead of just Ricky, but that does not mean he didn't perform well.
Anyways, I put that to rest until last night. I had other stuff to get done. So my thoughts about what this user's opinions on Ricky may or may not be were put on the back burner for some time. But that was until I went into the YouTube comments of Matthew, Terry, and Ricky's newest TikTok. If you haven't already seen it, the TikTok consisted of Matthew electrifying Terry and Ricky with his Riz powers and turning them into his Riz apprentices. Out of pocket, I know, haha. Anyways, what caused me to rediscover Gunwook's girlfriend was doo-doo. This moment at the end of the TikTok where the music cuts to silence and Ricky randomly starts singing Daddy's Home.
You know your daddy's home and it's time to play, yeah.
Now, anyone who understands Jibuan's sense of humor and can take a joke will see the obvious irony in him starting singing this, even if it could be argued as being cringe or awkward. But I guess some people just can't take a joke, because it didn't take long until I found the Ricky hater again.
He sounded so bad. Listen to the end of the video. His voice sounded so unstable and lacked technique. I already knew he wasn't a good singer, but this was too cringe. He shouldn't have sung at all. That moment after the background music ended was so awkward. More like the cherry on the bottom.
Interesting. Does it not cross your mind that, whoa, potentially the point wasn't for him to sing the most impressive, beautiful, skillful thing ever? What about this video makes you think that any part of it is serious? And besides, he sounded just fine. Well, I think it's time to take a look at their content. Let's start with their description, shall we? Now it's time for the main focus of this video. What exactly has this user been posting on this channel that makes me feel so strongly that I need to expose them? Well, trust me when I tell you that it is far from intelligent content. I think I should warn you that their behaviors will make you want to put your head through the nearest wall. With that being said, let's take a look at their videos. Literally, how old are you? Saying things like that is a massive no, whatever the context, what the fuck. Leaving your petty distaste for Ricky aside, Why the hell did you think it'd be a good idea to make shit this serious up about someone? Where is your proof? Where's any sort of basic logic behind this statement? What you're talking about is a serious thing. A man who caused millions of deaths, and you're here trying to say that someone you don't like idolizes him purely so that your video can gain traction? Seek help. I think we can all see the issue with this video, so let's move on to the next one before I start throwing hands. And where did you get this information from exactly? We can see Ricky's mother right here in a picture of them together. If her business had done anything even close to this brain-rot accusation, it would have been dug up already and she'd be in jail. Again, you're making incredibly serious accusations right now with no sort of proof or backing. We've gone beyond your hate being sort of justified since you made it seem as if it was just that. You disliked his singing. This is seriously so petty and immature. And using a video of a gorilla to show him. Well, more on that later. For now, how about we play a game I like to call proving that Gumwook's girlfriend's content is deepfaked and brain dead. Correct answer, yes. Correct answer, yes. And using a literal picture of a gorilla instead of one of him just shows that even they know that they're making shit up. Correct answer, yes. It says so much that you literally had to edit a picture of him. Correct answer yet again, yes. Are you seeing a trend? Anyways, we get the point. That video just continues in the exact same way. Editing pictures of him or just straight up using photos of gorillas to make it look as if he doesn't have certain features when he literally does. Quite frankly, it's pathetic and embarrassing. Oh, this is about to be fun. In all fairness to her, I guess anything here is what the haters actually say, considering she herself is one. Wait, so now they're a Terry anti too? And why drag Jisoo into this? What the hell? If anyone is thinking this doesn't necessarily mean that they anti-Terry, considering it's a what the haters think video. Their comments for every other member besides Ricky were literally complimentary. It's clear that these are their actual opinions on Terry and it's bullshit. Where the fuck do I even start with this one? Problematic? When has Ricky done anything even slightly problematic? He's literally known for being love-licky. A lovely and kind-hearted person. He's never done or said anything problematic. Never had a scandal. Nothing. So what the hell are you on about? Being rigged into the group. Again, where the fuck is your source? He had and still has a very strong fan base. Just because you don't like him doesn't mean that others don't either. Bullying the members when? Just when? I don't think I even need to say anything about this because it's the literal definition of bullshit. Looking like a gorilla, girl, you are literally the only person who thinks that like, I'm the one with a minus 9.5 prescription and yet I'm starting to think you're the blind one here, not me. This next comment seriously made me want to pull a Sean Zanny. If you know, you know. Sleeping with underage girls. Seek fucking medical attention because what the literal fuck? Like, I literally have no words to express how much this pissed me off. Hate any idol all you want for all I care, but you seriously need to stop making these extremely serious claims. Do you have any idea of the sorts of things girls have gone through because of actual men like that? Do you think it's fucking funny to imply that Ricky, someone who has never done anything even slightly pedophilic to back up your allegations, is anything even slightly like those fucking disgusting men that do this? Trust me, if anything ever came out to imply that anything about this statement was even slightly true, I'd be unstanding him faster than lightning. But guess what? Nothing of that kind has happened, so you making incredibly serious shit up like that makes me want nothing more than to delete YouTube and never step foot on the internet again, because why the actual fuck do people like you exist? And moreover, you're back with the NZI and criminal allegations. This is nothing less than fucking disgusting. Do I need to say more? Get this account banned. Okay, so this next one isn't actually a Ricky hate video, but what it is extremely hypocritical. If this video came up on my FYP with no context, I'd be cheering because yes. Defend Maya always. But knowing the user who posted this, it just seems so stupid. Like, who are you to make this when 99% of your channel is about you being an OT8 Zerose? If you have the correct amount of brain cells, to know that ITZY will and should always be OT5 and that OT4 midseas are far from good people, then how can you go about making an entire channel dedicated to hating one singular member from a group that you supposedly ult? Also, I can't help but find it hilarious that they've been insulting Ricky this whole time and calling him a gorilla, but now they're labeling themselves as a gorilla too. It's priceless lamau. Oh, a horror imagine. Sure? Personally, I would faint because that is the Shen Ricky standing right there. I must be the luckiest person alive. Once I regain consciousness, I'd ask him to teach me some dances and tell him all about how inspirational he is. I'd find him some strawberries too. Okay, so this was all just an excuse for you to admit that you want to hurt him? Girl, what the fuck? Actually, that's a good idea. Let's go and see what people said in the comments, shall we? To preface, there are a lot of comments made by Gunwook's girlfriend on their own videos that just add to their insanity, like this one here. But if I were to include them all, it'd probably make this video infinitely long, which wouldn't be ideal. If you want to go see them making an absolute fool of themselves, just go check under their videos. But make sure you report whilst you're there, since giving them unnecessary views is far from ideal too. Anyways, back on track. Let's see what netizens said they'd do if they saw Shen Ricky in their closet. And we all cheer. Because thank fuck people with sanity exist, even if realistically the thing to do in this situation no matter who it is to call the police, but you get it. If your definition of extremely hard actually means so obvious that even an ostrich could tell the difference, then yeah, this is extremely hard.
Okay, but like, seriously. I want to know what thoughts could have possibly gone through her head when she was trying to decide on her recurring insult or whatever. The fuck her comparisons between Ricky and gorillas are supposed to be, because how can anyone in their right mind look at a picture of Ricky, then look at a picture of a gorilla, then say, this tracks? Did you just pick the first ugly animal to come to mind and roll with it?
Well, I think we've seen enough of her content for a lifetime, so let's conclude. Okay, I feel like I should start by saying that I am not naive. I'm well aware that haters are bound to exist for any public figure, because there will never be a world in which everyone can always love everything about you. But what I will say is that, no matter your self-righteousness, you should never go about voicing your distaste in a way that is rude, slandering, and disrespectful, and I feel that is really why this user has made me tip over the edge. We are all entitled to our own opinions. If it was just that this user didn't enjoy Ricky's performance, then that would be perfectly okay. Whilst I may not agree with it, disliking his voice is purely down to personal preference. It's all just about whether or not his tone resonates with you and feels enjoyable. But that is unfortunately not the situation we are dealing with today. What this user has done and is continuing to do is be plain disrespectful. Actually, no. It's more than that. She has hit a point that is entirely beyond justification. She has chosen to go about her petty distaste in a way that could be extremely damaging and hurtful to not just Ricky and ZB1, but to any viewer who comes across it too. Like, accusations like the ones that they made are fucking serious, not things that should be thrown around without any sort of proof or backing in a petty video about their unjustified distaste towards a man that has done jack shit to them. It just makes me so sick too that in most comments they go around acting like any other supportive Zerose until Ricky's mentioned, and then they turn into a disgusting idiot because apparently he isn't a member, and the other members can't wait to disband so they can get away from him. Like, what the hell? You can't call yourself a Zerose if you don't support the whole group, and how the hell can they go around making shit up and implying that Jebus hate Ricky when he is literally a staple member of the group? And it just makes me laugh so hard thinking about how she likes to think that she's Gunwook's girlfriend. when really Gunwook loves Ricky more than he could ever love her. Like, just look at them. Do you really think Gunwook would love you when you're spreading videos made on the intelligence level of a child, including fake and edited information about a close friend of his, just to prove a point that you don't like a man who has done nothing to you? And how obsessed with Ricky must you really be able to dedicate an entire channel to spreading lies and hate about him? You're just wasting your life. How about create a channel where you actually support your faves rather than just shitting on a member of one of your alt groups? It's honestly just pathetic. Fans like you just need to wake up and see past your petty opinions and learn that you disliking a member is not going to change the group lineup. And actually, what you're posting may not only have an effect on Ricky, but in the whole of ZB1 too. Obviously, this is entirely hypothetical since anyone with more than 2 brain cells can see past the obvious lies spread by haters, but imagine a situation where one of your videos where you accused Ricky of unspeakable things actually blew up and caused an investigation into Ricky. You do realize that it wouldn't just affect Ricky's reputation, but the entirety of Jabulans too? And obviously, when that investigation were to come back fruitless, it would all be fine in terms of functionality, but ZB1 would still be known as a group that had an investigation about whether or not a member was a P***ophile that would alter non-Zerose's views on ZB1, no matter whether it was true or not, and that would ultimately affect your beloved Gunwook too. Point is, the accusations that they're making should not be thrown around in the way that they've been doing, even if it's clearly faked. But I'm sure that you all can see this, because you are 8-year-olds. So I think I'll wrap this up here before I continue ranting and giving this user any more unnecessary attention. All I can say is please report this account, their videos, and their comments. Even if getting them banned will likely lead them to just restart on a channel elsewhere. Getting them banned will hopefully at least act as a deterrent and affect their platform's reach. But please avoid sending them hate. We don't want to stoop to their level, and giving them unnecessary attention will just spur them on to post more. The only reason I'm even making this video is because I am truly fed up of seeing them everywhere when they are spreading such harmful content about an idol I truly resonate with and admire a lot. I'd originally decided against even making this video in fear of fighting fire with fire, but at this point, I'd rather see them get banned than anything else. So the link to their channel will be in the description. Please go and report them in any way you can, whether you're a Zerose or not. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to stream Dynary Heroes' new single, Love and Fear.
뭐야 호